Regarding our cell phones, tablets, and even laptops, what would it be like if, when we get to update its operative system, the hardware would get upgraded too? For example, I have a version number 7 of a smart cell phone, and it's time to update its system. I download the new software, update the system, and boom, I get a version 8 of that same smartphone. Well, something like that can happen to our brains. We can actually become smarter by thinking in a positive way. I've been managing high performance teams for many years of my professional life, and I have found that thinking in a positive way is a main key of success. That is why today I'm going to present to you how thinking negative affects us, what we can do about it, and the great benefits of thinking in a positive way. Let's start by understanding in a simple way what negative thinking is. Negative thinking is looking at circumstances, events, things from a bad perspective, from its bad side. Many things can cause us to think in a negative way. From my perspective, I summarize them in 2. Our background, meaning the way we were raised, the messages we heard when we were children, cultural beliefs. Number 2, our environment, the people we surround us with, the messages we continue hearing during our daily lives, our job. Even a common cold can affect us and make us think in a negative way. So how negative thinking really affect us? Well, according to Louise Hay, in her book, You Can Heal Your Life, which was published for the first time in 1996, you can see a list of illnesses and the negative thought that caused them. Also, Mario Alonso Puig, in his many presentations, advises that feelings like hopeless, sadness, felt in a prolonged time period can affect us physiologically. Can you identify a negative thought? Can you identify a recurrent negative thought that you're having? Can you identify more than one? The good news is we can do something about it. Answer that question that I just did, that I just made to you. Identify recurrent negative thoughts. Isolate them from the rest of your thoughts. Don't try to change it. Don't try to eliminate it. Don't try to get rid of it. Just transform it. Same situation, same thing. Look the positive perspectives, the other sides that are good, and transform that thought in a positive one. This is easy to do once, no big deal, but it gets harder when you want it to become a habit, when you want to train your brain to think in a positive way. Sandrine Thuret from the King's College, who has been investigating this subject for many years, tells us that feelings like enthusiasm, feeling hopeful, feeling happy, support a process that our brain goes through called neurogenesis, meaning with positive thinking that lead to positive feelings make our brain regenerate itself, help our brain create new cells, making us smarter. You can decide if you stay with your negative thinking pattern and you don't do anything about it, and you actually help your brain lose cells, brain cells, or you decide to change the way you think, identifying those thoughts that are not constructive and transforming them in positive thoughts. So we actually can upgrade our brain. We can make ourselves literally smarter by thinking in a positive way. Identify those thoughts. Observe your thoughts, and identify when you're thinking in a non-constructive way. Isolate them one at a time. Take one day at a time. Transform that thought in a positive, recurrent thought. And help your brain regenerate new cells for you to be literally smarter.